Okay. Hey guys, my name is Max, and it's a great pleasure for me to introduce our project to you guys. And today, my colleague Walter will join us for this presentation, and I will be in charge of the introduction part, and he will be in charge of the Q&A part. And if you have any question, please record it, and my colleague will answer you after my introduction. And well, I'm really excited to introduce our game, Cyberpop Metaverse, an open-world metaverse populated with UGC that combines exploration, combat, and X2 And to begin, I will introduce our co-founders, Hansen, Frank, and Walter. Hansen has previously worked with Ubisoft and contributed to the development of a mobile game that has attracted more than 10 million players. And Frank, who is mostly dealing with business on the marketing and financial side. And Walter, he's responsible for the blockchain technology. And then I will introduce our game team's core members. The first one is our art director Jay. He's a former Ubisoft senior artist who contributed to works such as Assassin's Creed and Rayman. And as a chief art designer, he contributed to the mobile game VGame, The Vanished World, which accumulated 40,000 players in 3 days. And the second one is John. He's a former Ubisoft technical artist, and he has a rich experience in AAA game development. He developed our game's highly customizable rendering pipeline and hierarchical level of detail employed in our game. And as we all know, multi-platform access is very important to us, and I will introduce the third person Trembug, whose code is studied as a gold standard at Ubisoft Quebec. Ensure our game runs on multiple platforms such as mobile, PC, PS4, VR, and so on. And the fourth person is our chief backend programmer Han. He previously worked as a senior backend programmer at Next Studio, and he brings with him advanced quick technology, which is used to provide good game experiences to users with weak networks. And these are our blockchain team's core members. And Nick is an important member of Fiscal. He has reconstructed Uniswap source code and is capable of complete public blockchain development using his knowledge of consortium blockchain such as Hyperledger Fabric, Fiscal, and BCO. And Cyberpop Metaverse is built by a team of professional developers from many famous companies, and we've obtained the IP investment authorization of Ubisoft Prince of Persia, and will lead the GameFi industry into the age of AAA MMORPG Metaverse game. And now let's watch a short video, and this video will show you something special about our game. Okay, now let's look at this video. You can see players will log in through MetaMask, and after buying characters, they will load them up into the game and equip them with weapons like this. This is our characters and weapons. And they can also equip gemstones and support cards to empower their characters. The income from the farming goals should increase as well. And unlike most ordinary blockchain games, when you are fighting a monster, you really can feel the urgency in combat, which makes for a great gameplay. Let's look at this video. And this is our game plot. Our game is divided into 4 chapters. The plot is deeply linked with the Prince of Persia IP, and the author of the story, Ben Ma, is the most popular in the cyber style genre. He also authored Cyber Taoist, and our game is supported by a rich story and it will be deeply cherished by fans. And our game's world can be divided into 3 maps: the Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Europe and America. And we intend to promote our game globally and will consider the aesthetic preferences of each region. And by doing this, we can guarantee a game that will attract a large user base and encourage them to participate in creating their own cyberspace. And these cyberspaces will be built by players and are a core feature of our game, and all inside a one-to-one modeling of our real world based on LBS technology. And different from traditional games, we firmly believe that the contents of the metaverse should be developed by the players. So we believe that the whole industry will transition from PGC to UGC. And utilizing the UGC editor, players can build homes, cars, airships, roads, and so on. And these building materials can be obtained from fighting monsters and performing tasks. Players use material skins to build anything they want. And when built, the players can sell their assets. So this can enrich play to earn circulation. And let's watch a demo. Here, players can organize and piece together parts collected to recreate NFTs, increasing their value. And players' inventory can only be seen by themselves, but they can upload assets to the shared cyberspace, and there, all players can see the assets. And using land and uploading buildings into cyberspace will require players to pay fees, and this brings diversified income to the platform. And if their architectural style is appreciated by other players, the game system will reward them with tokens. And strategies like this will encourage players to build in cyberspace. And to make it easiest for players to make NFTs, we put forth a great effort in developing the UGC editor. In this video, you can see that when 2 blocks are connected, they form a bridge, allowing players to move between 2 blocks. This is realized by the wave function collapse algorithm introduced by our chief programmer, Jadim. And after you finished your building, you can turn the third perspective into the first perspective, which means you can walk on the roads and walk in the buildings. And the algorithm ensures players create a cohesive and attractive metaverse, even if they are lacking aesthetically. And our UGC platform is supported by triple equality, high fidelity assets, and this really sets it apart from traditional sandbox voxel games. And with this quality, players can experience a lifelike experience in the metaverse. And here is an example. In the city, you can see the reflection of street light on the roads and the glow of this neon light on nearby objects. And we made use of the characteristics of Avalanche subnetwork to realize frequent data interchange on the UGC chain. And players can also create their own virtual idol by staking CYT. We will continue to introduce other functions such as social interaction, identity system, and organizations. And the holder of these virtual idols can promote our game on other platforms to attract other new players, forming a positive cycle of social economy. And we've adopted a dual token model, which can effectively solve the dilemma of current token models. In our game design, there is an anchor mechanism to control the pace of tokens. When the system detects a large fluctuation in token price, it will trigger the regulatory mechanism to limit the gold farming consumption, output, transaction, and rewards to achieve smooth and stable growth of the game's economy. And our game will feature an AI plugin that will help players battle monsters. This plugin, combined with the AO, puts a large plugin for the monster state and behavior respectively. And we've designed our game to feature roguelike gameplay where the players can clearly increasing difficulty levels. And each level features different monsters according to the character's level starts, taking weapons and gemstone into the account. Improving your character constantly ensure you will meet new monsters and have more unique experiences. And to promote user retention, we encourage each player to participate in as many aspects of the game as possible. Being a collaborative game, a player's experience is made up by other players' feedback. So we reward those who've made contributions to the game and regularly invite them to take part in the game's governance. This model of interaction is more familiar and friendly. And we will feature a variety of NFTs. This is character NFTs. And these are weapons NFTs, including a new character will be released each month, and Ubisoft will participate in the production of authorized characters. And players can additionally earn badges for achievements in our game. For example, if you are responsible for bringing new players into the game, you will be awarded with the badge, the Evangelist. This one, and which can be used to get new customers rewards in the future. And if you earn the investor's badge, you will be able to see our daily work content, the project's phase progression, and fund use plan on the official website. And in order to create an identity system for players to increase their sense of belonging, we established a cyber club, and members will have their own unique NFTs avatars. These players can enjoy corresponding privileges. We will continue to design a system to empower users' identity and uniqueness. And we will not only sell NFT avatars like some other projects, but we will also introduce the NFT equipment and game after a relatively high degree of completion. And we want to empower players to be able to buy equipment and immediately start their playing. And to make players' NFT more valuable, we need to promote the circulation of the NFTs. So we designed multiple NFT pools. Players can put different type of NFTs into different pools on their needs to generate revenue based. You know, some people are willing to spend money, but they don't have time to play the game, while others have time to play the game, but they don't have the funds to buy equipment. So we opened the NFT rental system, which can manage the NFTs that players idle and host on the server, and then check if the players need to rent them to achieve the goal that players can rent NFT from the NFTs pool freely. And I believe there is no project in the market now that can give NFT as many function and usage scenario as we can. And this is a bright spot of our project. And we believe that NFT has a great potential to develop in our game. For example, NFT is usually released as P2P in the market, and there is no way to solve it perfectly as a application like our game to carry the value of NFTs. So this is a greatest opportunity for us. And this is our token distribution and release mechanism. And now I will introduce our roadmap. We started the development of the game in the first half of last year and restructured the team the last October and launched the game demo and website at the same time. And in February and March, we completed some parts of NFT production and the game data interaction, which can be seen in our monthly reports. And in April, we will pre-sale NFTs to expand our reach. We will start our beta A to test the basic tokenomics economic model. And at the end of the month, we will release the UGC editor. And in May, we will launch the sign-up system, transfer data from beta network to the main network, and release the beta version to the game. And in June, we will release CYT. And for the Q4, we will introduce AR and VR devices. And after players build Cyberpop cities, they can have an immersive experience with VR and AR devices, which can make Cyberpop metaverse like a Ready Player One. And finally, if you are interested in our game, I will send this link to our group chat. You can click them to know more. And these are our partners, which can be found on our official website as well. And we've received investment from AWS and Ubisoft and are cooperating with Avalanche. And there are also organizations that have invested and partnered with us, such as Consist, T3E, IT Capital, and others. So to sum it all up, Cyberpop is a blockchain game with high replayability, featuring a highly personalized experience and a professional tokenomic. And we are confident that we can create a AAA world-class blockchain game. And we hope that investors around the globe will see our confidence and join us so that we can lead this change in the gaming industry together.